everyone, welcome back to Jackie's Creative Lifestyle. I'm Jackie Thornton and today I'm going to show you the new stamp set by Stampin' Up, Apron of Love. It has some nice pieces in here. I'm just showing you on the stamp set what's involved. It came as a package so you could get the die cuts and the stamps, and I put them into my little stamp sets just like this on magnetic strips, and I just glue them in. And I glue the stamp sheets in as well, and that's what I'm just going to show you there, how I glue that in there. So it just means when you grab your stamp set, everything is all there, all together, and it's so much easier, and you don't lose any pieces. So with these wonderful cases that you get from Stampin' Up with your stamps, it makes it very easy. Now the first thing we're going to do is get some Whisper White cardstock, and we're going to need to cut that at 15 centimetres by 21 centimetres and then score at 10.5 centimetres. Then I'm going to do two pieces of coloured cardstock. That's Daffodil Delight and Old Olive. Now the Daffodil Delight piece is going to be cut at 14.5 centimetres and by 10 centimetres, and the piece of Old Olive is cut at 14 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. So that's all you need to get started to make this card. I really enjoyed doing this because I actually changed it up quite a bit and did different bits and pieces to different cards, and I'll show you that at the end, what I did to some cards. So here we go, we've got the two coloured cards. We're going to adhere those together and start building our apron onto the Old Olive card. Actually, I think I decided at this point that it was probably best that I didn't, and I went ahead and just built the card up to start with. So we're going to need the apron shape out of there to cut. We're also going to need the little it's got a little filigree type bit on the apron pocket, and we're going to need another apron pocket that will go over the top, and a pair of scissors because I'm going to do a card that is for craft people, so the scissors will come in handy. Also a little bit that goes underneath the apron to give it a little bit of lace, and then a piece for the top of the apron to go around the neck. So you'll need your Big Shot machine, and you'll need to run those through. I've pre-done them, so just to save time for you, and that was the new Designer Series paper that I'm using there, and Marina Mist. Then I've cut here a nice wee piece of green cardstock, which I'm going to place on the bottom, and I've just used that apron die cut and just trimmed it off a die. So and then just stick that onto the apron. I'm using this glue because I've run out of other adhesives, and my parcel should be here tomorrow. I'm been doing so many cards that it's just been crazy. And yep, I'm down to this glue. Can't believe it. I never normally let myself do that. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and place here the pocket on, and that's just with the glue. And then I'm going to put the little pair of scissors, and I'm going to pop them up on that little pocket in a minute. I'm just deciding now where I'm going to go with it. Oh, I do remember now. Okay, so I am going to cut the little pocket that goes over the top, and I'm going to do that with some Whisper White cards. So just find a piece of scrap Whisper White around, and then just pop that through the die machine, and you will be all set to go. And I'm going to stamp that piece too, because that's where you can actually make this card suit whichever occasion you'd like, whether it's going to be birthday thank you or anything really. Thank you for your baking. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And do the baking apron. But this one's for a crafter, so I'm just having a look now to see what I can use. And I'm going to go ahead with I Love Scrapbooking. I think this one had stamping. Sorry, I love stamping. And I'm going to go with the Old Olive as the ink, so that it matches that Old Olive in the background there. And of course the Old Olive Designer Series paper that I have used on the apron. So we'll just pop some glue on the back there and just pop it on the top, and that gives us a different dimension to the apron. And I'll just get it straight. Having a little bit of trouble here because it's just not sitting in the right place. The old Tombow glue is fantastic for moving that cardstock around once you've got it on. This glue is really for intricate work when you're really wanting to use a die that's really detailed and a lot of lace or something in that realm of things. So once you've done that, I will then pop on my wee scissors and we'll pop them onto the top there so it looks like they're sitting in the pocket. And this glue you do have to hold for a few seconds just to get it into place. Now back to this main card. We're going to start layering now and popping this apron on. And of course you can place it anywhere. And also I've just recently done a Project Life page using the same die cut and the same stamp set. And really for making your cards into the pockets, you're wanting to make them just like card fronts, and then you get some beautiful cards within your Project Life pages. I am going to do a little bit more Project Life this year, so I'm looking forward to doing that. It's going to be something new for Jackie's Creative Lifestyle, so watch this space. I'm quite looking forward to that. I'm going to start doing that in the next week or so. And just thought I'd add a little bit to it. I am behind with my memory keeping, so I will use the Memories and More that I have got from Stampin' Up, and we'll use those. Now I'm just going to do a little bow. This is a nice die that is in the set, and it makes a gorgeous little bow, and you don't have to be making ribbon bows because it's so detailed. Look how fine it is and detailed. And I go a bit crazy and use these on lots of things just of late, so I think you'll find the same thing when you get one. It's just gorgeous. Hold it there in place, let it glue. Now this little piece that goes around the neck on the apron, it can be placed on the top of the apron or tucked underneath so you don't see it. But in this case I wanted to see where it came on the front of the apron, so I decided to put it on the front. Putting it on the back and hiding it, then you can put some little dots like I'm doing here, enamel dots, and you can put them as buttons. But this time I'm doing it on the front and I'm putting the little dot, the little button on top of the bow. And that just adds a nice little detail to the front there. The next thing I want to do is I want to put something else there in that pocket because I really do want to make it look crafty. And so the first thing I want to look at is perhaps doing some thread and just wrapping that thread up and gluing it down. Now I try doing it this way, but that doesn't work. It all just looks too bulky and too big. So I'm going to unravel it and do it a little bit different. I'm just going to do it around the thumb. We don't need it to be very big at all. It just looked a bit bulky. So then I'm just going to wrap that round so it looks like a ball of wool in the pocket. There we go. And then just trim it off. And I want to put that adhesive towards the back of that bunch of thread because we don't want it unraveling on us. Last thing we want is an unraveled piece of wool. So let's just pop that on there. I'm going to use, I've got a little bit, tiny bit of tear tape left, so I'm going to pop that on there only because it's a lot stronger than that glue and it's going to hold it a lot better. There we go. Doesn't it look pretty? Now because I've added that lovely pink, I probably want to put some more pink somewhere else. So let's just have a look at what we got. Do we go with the green? Yeah, just decided what shall I do, how shall I lay it up. I am using the daffodil in the background, so that's when I did decide that I would bring that pink and that Daffodil Delight ribbon onto the front of the card there. So that's where I decided to go with that. Well, this is, while I'm just doing this part here, I'd just like to thank you for joining me in my channel. We had a wonderful time last year with some videos and things, so thank you for sticking with me and staying subscribed. If you would like to subscribe and see the up-and-coming videos that I have planned, please push the subscribe button when you've finished watching this video, and also send me a message. If there's something you'd like me to do or you'd like to see something, I am a demonstrator for Stampin' Up here in New Zealand. So if you are a New Zealand watcher and you love to craft, let me know. I'll send you out a wee brochure about the Stampin' Up products. And we're giving away some free bits and pieces at the moment till the end of March with your purchases, so that might be worth send him a little note and I can get that out to you. Now I'm looking at what I can do down the bottom because it just doesn't balance right for me. So it looks like I've got something centered, something at the top, and I just want to balance it at the bottom. I'm very much someone who has to have things balanced. So I'm just going to row a little enamel stars down the base there. And I think I'll probably stick just the 3. Now, that's looking pretty good. I'm happy with that and the way that that looks. So we'll now pop some dimensionals onto the back of that because I will like to pop that up so it's got some dimension to the card itself. And I'm just going to cover up those pieces of ribbon, and that's just going to give me some extra security with those ribbons so that they don't come off. Even though that tear tape is very strong, I always like to have some backup, a bit of backup adhesive on that. So there we go. So let's place that onto our layer. Get some nice gorgeous yellow there. Now the camera did finish, the battery ran out, sorry, so I just needed to start again, and I've already popped that onto the white Whisper White card. And this is something else I've done, this card that I'm going to bring in, and that's a stamping card, but I've put in behind an embossing and also a little banner, and that's added some different details. This one here, I use the die that's in the set, and I use the baking set, which is lovely, and I put thank you on it. So I have a neighbour who gave me some baking the other day, and I just popped that wee card in her letterbox. Lovely neighbour I've got, haven't I? Okay, so there we go. There's 3 different ones for you. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.